Hello, welcome back to the channel Disc and Deals coverage. My name's Lucas. This weekend we had a lot of top pros playing for the very first time this year as we saw some of the very first tournaments of the 2024 season. Stay tuned for a wrap up of those tournaments, and also make sure you stay till the very end as we look at some sponsorship speculation where a lot of puzzle pieces are fitting. Let's jump into it. I do want to remind everyone that this is a tournament recap, so I am going to give a lot of spoilers. I'm not sure if there's going to be coverage for these particular events, but if you want to hold out hope to see this post produced, you can absolutely do so. But keep in mind, I am going to be giving results of these tournaments. Just wanted to warn you ahead of time so that you don't blast me for the spoilers. Okay, as we go through this, we're going to go through the different tiers. So we'll go from C to B to A. Without further ado, let's start with the C tiers. The only C tier that we're going to be talking about is the 2024 Takabaga Games in St. Petersburg, Florida. Not a huge field in this one, 10 people, but in attendance was the bazooka himself, Mr. Albert Tom. So let's go ahead and go through these rounds. There was 3 different rounds, 2 played on Saturday, 1 played on Sunday. And after the first round, there is Albert Tom sitting in second place, 4 under, and 5 under for Clay there. Let's take a look at the second round that happened shortly after the first round. And it looks like Albert needed just a little bit of food in him because there he goes. Woo! The bazooka was blasting. Let's take a look at that second round to see what fueled his fire and how he shot. Looks like he shot a 10-23 rated round on his way to that 4-stroke lead going into the third and final round on Sunday. And in that final round, there you have it. Your 2024 Takabaga Games champion, Mr. Albert Tom, did just enough. He shot 5 under with the other 2. And gave himself his first victory of the season. Let's take a look in depth on that final round. Just a little over 1,000, shooting 1,005 for the tournament, and again, taking down his first victory of the year. Congratulations, Mr. Tom. Let's go ahead and jump right into the B tiers. We are going to start our B tier action in the Colony, Texas, where we see the 2024 Polar Open at Bill Allen. And of course, when we're talking Texas, we always got to talk Emerson Keith. This particular field only had 10 people in it, but of course, Emerson Keith was in attendance. This was a 2-day, 2-round tournament. So let's go ahead and take a quick peek at that very first round. Emerson has a 2-stroke lead on the field. David Willis in second, Luke Jenkins in third. Let's take an in-depth look at his very first round with the new sponsor, Innova. And I'd say he did pretty good. 1026 rated, only 1 blemish on the scorecard. What I'm wondering is what disc he has dyed for the Boston Bruins stamp, and what is he using? I'm thinking it's probably going to be a Toro. What's your guys' guess? Okay, let's take a peek at that second and final round to see if Emerson could pull off the victory. And he had a no-doubter here, winning by 9 strokes for his very first victory of 2024 and his first victory with Innova Discs. Congratulations, Emerson. But let's take a quick peek at that final round, which was 8 under, but only 1018 rated, which is surprising considering he mashed the field. And he did have a 1022 rated round for the entire tournament. So good on you, Emerson. Congratulations on your first win with Innova. I'm sure there's going to be many more in the future. If you could win with Lone Star, well, I think you're going to win a little bit more with Innova. Let's take a look at our second B tier that we're going to take a peek at, and it is the 2024 Savannah Open with a lot of big stars in attendance. You have your number 8 rated player, Isaac Robinson, playing. You have his brother, Ezra Robinson, the 19th ranked player in the world, also playing. You have Grady Shue, who is your 63rd rated player in the world, all in attendance for this tournament. Plus, and we're going to have some women in the field, as Paige Shue and Leah Senegini are both in attendance. This was a 2-day tournament with a final 9 for the men. Let's go ahead and take a peek at that very first round of the men's side. The first round was played on Saturday, and it looks like Isaac Robinson is picking up where he left off in 2023, as he is leading currently 10 down after the first round. His brother right behind him at 9 down, and Grady Shue at 6 down. But let's look at these blazing rounds from the brothers. Ezra shooting a 1061 with 1 blemish on the scorecard. And then let's look at Isaac's round. And Isaac shooting a 1068. These are some very, very hot scores on a 20-hole course, and only 1 blemish on Isaac's scorecard as well. And then going into the final day, they're going to play another round, and then there's a final 9 after that. But before we jump into the second round, let's look at the women's side of things. There you have it. Someone I don't know, Amber Jones, currently in the lead. We're going to take a peek at her scorecard in just a second, but some other notable names. You have Leah Senegini and Nina Guerrero tied for second, and then there's Paige Shue in 4th place. Let's learn a little bit more about Amber Jones and take a look at her first round. Wow, this is absolutely awesome to see. An 891 rated player coming out and shooting 963 in her very first round with these women. That's got to feel good for the confidence. Let's take a look at that second round. We'll go back to the men's side first and see how they did. So after the second round, Isaac Robinson stays on top with a 2-stroke lead over his brother. And then Ezra has a 1-stroke lead over Grady Shue. It's probably safe to say that Cameron is not in contention to take down the title, but there is going to be a final 9 to see if anything can shake out and to see if someone can stop Isaac Robinson from going wire to wire. However, on the women's side, after this second round, everything is done. Let's see if Amber Jones was able to stay on top and get her first victory of 2024. Oh, and there it is. Final round. Leah Senegini shoots a 7 over to take her first victory of 2024 as she is crowned the 2024 Savannah Open FPO champion. Congratulations, Leah. Other notable names, Paige Shue finished in 5th place, and then there you can see the rest of the top 4. Let's take a look at her final round, and Leah takes it down with a 948 rated final round, the second hottest round for the day for the women. Again, congratulations, Leah. Good boost going in to the rest of the season. Now let's see how that final 9 shook out with the men, and there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Isaac Robinson becomes your 2024 Savannah Open MPO champion. Congratulations to you as well, Isaac. Looks like this final round, he shot 1 better than his brother, while the other 2 shot even. So nothing really shook out. Standings stayed the same. But let's take a look at the performance of those Robinson brothers. It's pretty impressive. Ezra shot 1047 rated disc golf all weekend long and still was 3 strokes short of the champion, Isaac, who shot 1054 rated for the weekend. What a great way to start the year for the Robinson brothers. Let's go ahead and jump into A-tier action, the only A-tier we had this weekend. For our only A-tier, we're traveling to Estero, Florida for the 2024 Estero Open. Some notable names in attendance here are number 66 rated Zach Arlinghouse, Charlie Goodpasture, Luke Sampson, Johnny McRae. So a pretty nice little field we got here. Unfortunately, there was no FPO field at this tournament, so we're only going to be looking exclusively at the MPO. So let's take a quick peek at that very first round. And look at Charlie Goodpasture go, shooting a 9 down and having 5 strokes on his closest competitor in Zach. Let's see if this momentum can hold as we move into the second round. Charlie maintains his position at the top. Zach Arlinghouse does make up a stroke. And now let's see if we can have a wire-to-wire champion in Charlie Goodpasture as we look at the final round. Oh, and Charlie Goodpasture has done it. He becomes your 2024 Astera Open champion. Congratulations on the win, Charlie. But let's look at Zach Arlinghouse's final round and his valiant effort as he was one stroke away from tying Charlie. And Zach's final round was a 10:59 rated round. And oh boy, was he right there, shooting a 10:48 for the weekend. Now let's quickly look at Charlie's final round as well and see how he shot this weekend. Charlie shot a 10:34 for the final round and a 10:51 on the weekend. Really good golf out there. Love that we're getting to do some action for the new year. Now I did promise you all a little bit of sponsorship speculation, so let's look at that really fast. So just recently, a new disc in the Simon line, the Pixel, was released. But if you take a look at this disc and you get your magnifying glass out and your tinfoil cap and you take a look at this section right here in that disc and then you turn that sucker sideways, that looks to me like an E. And do we have the Crush brothers back together at MVP Axiom Streamline? Was the owner of MVP lying to us? Was he trolling us when he said that his team was complete? I think the pieces of the puzzle are coming together, and Eagle McMahon is going to end up with MVP Axiom Streamline. Stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like the video and ring that bell for notifications. Ding, 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 ding. So you can be up to date when that announcement does come out. We will talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye now.